COVID. And I was really surprised about how my 3 daughters reacted. They didn't give a shit. When I told my 14-year-old, she said, "You've got COVID. So who's going to make me lunch?" She's my little Florence Nightingale. So as you can probably tell, I'm English. Surprise! But I love living in New York. I mean, you've got things here which we just don't have in England. For example, the other day, I was trying a dress on, and I came out of the dressing room, and another customer came up to me and said, "It doesn't suit you!" We don't have that in England. So we moved here because of my husband's job. He works for NBC, get him, and he was put in charge of their new streaming service. But we're not completely familiar with American culture. So he came home and he said, "Debs, I'm a little concerned with the name they're going with. They want to call it Peacock." And I'm like, "No, you can't call it Peacock. It sounds like a porn site for people with small bladders." Maybe we're just not as woke in England as you all are here. My mother, she lives in England still, which means we have a very strong texting relationship. She hasn't quite got the hang of it yet. You know, the whole brevity thing seems to be eluding her. So I'm just going to give you a little example of the shit I have to put up with. Yes, here we go. I text, "No reason for alarm, but Alice," that's my youngest, "she fell and broke her wrist. She's fine and on the mend." She replies, "I'm so grateful for your advice not to be alarmed. When it comes to the health and well-being of Alice, even the slightest setback would be alarming to me. And it's not just Alice I worry about. I harbour anxiety about all my grandchildren." Out of interest, how did Alice fall and break her wrist? Was it ice skating? Surely it's too warm to ice skate in New York at the moment. This news has reminded me of the time that Ruby, that's my eldest, fell off her pogo stick. I told your father at the time that the pogo stick was a bad idea. You know, Auntie Mavis used to be a radiologist. And was wondering what bone Alice broke. Was it the scaphoid, or was it the distal radius? I only ask because Mavis says that if it is in fact the scaphoid, then it takes significantly longer to heal. I'm not surprised that Alice is fine. From the moment she was born, I felt that she was an excessively positive child. So glad she's on the road to recovery. Sending love. I reply, "Thanks." I mean, I've got the latest iPhone, but I don't think I've got the megabytes to support this relationship. Now, I love theatre, so I thought it'd be a good idea to take my three girls, to see the musical Six. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's about Henry VIII and his 6 wives. So I thought, oh, this will be educational. Probably should have checked whether it was age appropriate, because Anne Boleyn comes on stage and sings, "I love my head, but I gave good head." And Alice turns to me and goes, "Mummy, what does that mean?" And I'm, "Well, it's an old-fashioned way of giving a kiss." So I'm in the clear. Next day, in the playground, in full view of everyone, she goes,